So I'm on another plane. Hopefully the babies doesn't pee-pee poo-poo themselves again. But with the release of OBD6 and the info that Season 4 will be a fans versus favorites, I wanted to theorize and talk about what the season could be. This is as of OBD6, and this could easily change. Also, what I suggest is just a suggestion. If you are watching this, Chilling Men, do whatever you want, man. I don't control you. Now, there are many aspects I can go through. I'm going to start off with the host of the season. The approach Chilling Men could do with this season could be generic and exciting and or different from a normal fans versus favorites season. I will provide for both. Now, generically, it could be a new host, like how Emily was the host of Fans vs. Favorites in Disventure Camp. That or Pizza and Animatic host again, which I would hate. Or what could be fun is that with the Fans vs. Favorites theme, they pick the fan favorite host, which would be Animatic, and then a super fan on Animatic, better not be Pizza, hosts alongside him. For the contestants, I can't really do a generic or exciting version. I know that it will be voted on by viewers, which I hate, because on paper it sounds good until you realize that little Timmy is going to make a bunch of alt accounts and mass vote a character that no one likes. That or the person who plays a character makes a bunch of alts and votes themselves a bunch of times. Which is why I think the cast should be hand-selected. Because who better than the creator of Object Battle to not only know the favorites, but decide which of the favorites deserves a shot. It is his show though, so Chillingman can do whatever they want. I just think it would be better than trusting the viewers won't rig the votes towards their favorite characters. Now, enough yapping. Who do I think will get in? I feel like Chillingman would do 7 to 8 returning and 7 to 8 newbies, which is going to be hard for him to manage because of the cast size. And I think it should be smaller so more characters can get fleshed out. I will make a separate section for what I would want. Acid, while only competing in Season 3, she only has few, if not any, enemies. She has a strong fan base, could have some more storylines with the favorites and potential fans. Also, she is just an obvious candidate.
x7p most likely would mass vote himself. After all, he is the reason Season 4 is gonna happen. And if he doesn't win, then Chillingman would make him an automatic favorite, even though no one likes Bro anymore. If he does make Season 4, I pray the person playing him fixes his personality. Though it could be funny if it was all fan favorites and then just someone who is despised by everyone. So I could see it working.
Fries, even though she has a huge hate base, she has a reasonably sized fan base, and Fries would probably just vote himself and someone else, which would work, as this is a very unknown show. I think he would make some cool dynamics, though.
TD Bookwith, where his storyline is going, I could see people vote for her. Also, the only reason she was eliminated was because 2 people voted her like 7 times, and Enigmatic counted it, which was so rigged. Not to mention other people also did the same thing to Dummy, and it didn't count. Every elimination she has had besides Season 1 was rigged. Also, I think her and a certain someone would have a lot of potential in this season. And with Acid.
Daffodil. She was eliminated first, had a lot of potential and surprising a decent fan base now. Also, Fries would have voted her, because Fries liked Daffodil as a character a lot. Who knows though? Melanie. They would most definitely get a bunch of bots, alts, to vote her. I mean, sure deserves a second shot, just not in a fans versus favorites season. Also crazy she missed Merge, LOL. Now, that was 6 favorites. If there were 7 or 8, here would be them. Leafy, I have no idea why, but I see her fitting in this season. She was in every previous season, made it far in every one of them, and not a lot of people have voted her to be eliminated. She also has a reasonably sized fan base, so I see her joining. Purple Notebook. A lot of people ship them with any character possible, so she would get votes for shipping material or something. Purple Notebook. A lot of people ship them with any character possible, so she would get votes for shipping material or something.
Star. While I hate Star, she was a winner and has no hate base besides me. She also missed Season 3, and I see a lot that could be done with her. Also, towards the end of Season 2, before it got canceled, was that she was kind of like Neptune and just said random stuff. which kind of gave her something, but it wasn't really expanded upon. So maybe she returns to her normal self, or she loses her old sense of self completely.
Leafy TD book. I think it would be really funny, and I mean, she made Final Four in Obi, and we haven't got to see her since, even this season, or an underdog season. If exclamation mark doesn't count, then Acid would be my pick. Fries deserves a second shot. Also, Fries, I'm voting you to be in Season 4 if Humans refuses to pick the cast himself. Lava Cake. I just think they should get a second chance. They are also still in the game, so we will see how that goes. I might update this when OBD finale is out. If I had to pick 2 more. Lucas, I find this character crazy and annoying. I hope they change in OBD because I want to like them, but they would work well with Acid. P, hear me out. We have not seen any Season 2 characters after Season 2, and I think P could be really interesting. You might be asking, how the heck can you even possibly predict the fans? Well, the game used Objectverse had a select amount of characters that can be chosen, and if the fans are chosen by Chillingman, then there is a selection I can theorize about. Though this isn't really a guide on who should be picked, and I don't really even have access to the game since I'm on a plane. Another thing I think would be cool is if the fans were a fan of a specific favorite, so I will throw some names. Hopefully one of them is chosen by Chillingman. Bricelity. She is a must. She is already a super fan of Ice Cube. Why not just make her a super fan of anyone in the cast? Basically, any BFDIE character. This show was made before BFDIE came out, and there are a lot characters that, if introduced, they would have personalities that the show would never previously have, like Needy, Ruler, Hot Dog, Sidewalkie, Sticker, and so much more. Golf Ball. I think it would be a fun addition. If P makes it in, I see Golf Ball being a fan of her. Woody Book. She and TD Book have such a great dynamic. I would definitely see Woody Book being qualified as a fan of TD Book. They also kind of have something going on with them. This is my #1 choice for a fan. Any variation of Ruby. We already got plenty of books. What about Ruby? I'm probably going to stop because I just want to let Humans decide the fans. Though for who should play the fans, it should be anyone who doesn't make it as a favorite. They would most likely be more loyal than a new person, which is sad. Stuff I want in. OBFVF. Does not need to happen. I would think they are cool. I think Season 2 should be finished before Season 4 starts, so we don't have to make a ton of retcons after Season 3 and Season 4 finishes. The challenges should be voted on in the comments.
Honestly, I hope the voting style is hybrid voting. Basically, you like and dislike someone. Likes and dislikes subtract from each other. Most likes gets a prize, and least likes after subtraction is eliminated. This could also work with the viewers voting on a challenge. Vote on the linked videos like BFDIA, and vote on the challenge in the comments. Also, Season 2 had prizes, so it would be a nice reference, and that would make Season 2 have more of a reason to be watched.
You should have non-eliminations. Sometimes filler is good. Also, that just means you can get multiple episodes done at once if you don't do challenge voting for that episode.
There should be twists and turns that could easily shake up the elimination order, like a team swap from the favorites to the fans even though you're a favorite, or the other way around. You could give everyone an immunity token at the start of the game that has to be played before voting starts, or it doesn't count. You can have the 2 most recent elimination compete and challenge to rejoin, so a clever way of doing a non-elimination. I have a whole list of twists.
I will publish in a community post soon, if you want. Cameos of characters who didn't make it in the season would be fun. They could even be involved in the season in some way without necessarily competing. Like if you want a character to be in the show without them competing, you could make them an intern or be a part of the challenge.
This season should be long, both in episodes and in seasons. The length of an episode can still be long or short. I just think the episodes should be 20 to 40 minutes and 15 episodes, which is a big ask, so I understand if you don't. I don't know if Season 4 is The last season, which I hope it isn't, as I think there should be an underdog season, but still, to make a continuation of a series, you must expand upon or improve it in every way.
We desperately need a rejoin. This season does not need a debut, as they aren't fans or favorites. While you could just do none of the above, it's going to be 4 seasons without a rejoin. Also, I just love second chances. Make the season more serious as the show goes on. I really like the drama OBD has, though episode 3 was an early start to it. Now, I feel like I'm asking and doing too much. I might update this when OBD finishes if it's necessary. But there is one more video I gotta complete this trilogy of object battle videos. Guess in the comments. Also, like and subscribe if you want.